Dr. Lisa Rodriguez had been driving for 3 hours straight when her car started making that terrible grinding noise. She was heading back home from a science conference in Phoenix, taking the quiet desert road because she loved the peaceful scenery. The sun was setting, painting the sky in beautiful shades of orange and purple. "Come on, not now," she whispered to her car as the engine began to sputter. Steam started rising from under the hood, and she knew she had to pull over immediately. She parked on the side of the empty highway and stepped out into the cool evening air. The desert stretched endlessly in all directions. There were no other cars, no gas stations, and definitely no cell phone signal. Lisa had always been good with cars, something her father had taught her years ago. She popped the hood and looked inside, hoping it was something simple she could fix. As she bent over the engine, a strange blue light caught her attention in the distance. At first, she thought it might be another car, but the light was too bright and too blue. It seemed to be floating above the ground, moving slowly toward her. Lisa felt her heart beat faster. She had heard stories about this area, strange sightings that people talked about but never really believed. She was a scientist, though. She believed in facts, not fairy tales. But as the light came closer, she could see it wasn't any kind of vehicle she recognized. The blue light stopped about 50 feet away from her car. Lisa watched in amazement as a figure stepped out of the light. It was definitely a woman, but unlike any woman Lisa had ever seen. She was tall and graceful, with skin that seemed to glow softly in the fading daylight. Her eyes were large and expressive. It's almost human, but somehow different. The woman looked around nervously, then spotted Lisa. She approached slowly, raising her hands to show she meant no harm. Lisa noticed that the woman's arms had strange markings on them, like tattoos that pulsed with a faint light. "Please," the woman said in accented English, her voice melodic but filled with worry. "I need your help. Something terrible is going to happen." Lisa stood frozen, unsure if she was dreaming or if this was really happening. The woman looked injured and scared, constantly glancing up at the darkening sky as if expecting something to appear. "I know this is hard to believe," the woman continued, stepping closer, "but I am not from your world. My name is Zara, and I come from a place very far away. I was supposed to be working with my husband, but I discovered something horrible about what he plans to do to your planet." Lisa's scientific mind was racing. Everything she had learned told her this was impossible, but everything she was seeing told her it was real. The woman's appearance, the way she moved, the strange blue light behind her, none of it could be explained by normal science. "What do you mean?" Lisa finally managed to ask. "What is your husband planning?" Zara's eyes filled with what looked like tears. "He wants to take everything from your world, your water, your minerals, your energy, and he wants to make your people work for him like slaves. I thought we were just studying your planet, but I found out the truth." The alien woman reached into something that looked like a pocket in her strange clothing and pulled out a small device. It glowed with the same blue light as her markings. "This contains proof of what he plans to do," Zara said urgently. "Pictures and recordings of his real mission. But he will be back soon from checking your big cities. If he finds out I took this, if he discovers I am trying to warn you, he will start his attack immediately." Lisa looked at the device, then back at Zara's face. Despite how impossible this all seemed, she could see the genuine fear and desperation in the woman's eyes. This wasn't a trick or a joke. This was real, and this alien woman was risking everything to warn Earth about a terrible threat. "How long do we have?" Lisa asked, surprising herself by how quickly she was accepting this incredible situation. "Not long," Zara replied, looking up at the sky again. "Maybe a few hours. He thinks I am just gathering information about this area. But he will become suspicious if I take too long. When he returns, he will look into my mind to see what I have been doing. That is how our people check on each other." Lisa felt a chill run down her spine. If this alien woman was telling the truth, then Earth was in more danger than anyone could imagine. And somehow, she had become the first person to learn about it. "My car is broken," Lisa said, thinking quickly. "But I have a laboratory about an hour from here. If we can get there, I might be able to help you figure out how to warn people about this threat." Zara's face lit up with hope. "You believe me?" You will help me? I don't know how or why, Lisa admitted, but yes, I believe you. And if what you are saying is true, then we have to try to stop this before it is too late. As if responding to their conversation, Zara's blue light began to pulse more brightly. She looked at it with concern. He is trying to contact me, she said nervously. I must answer, or he will know something is wrong. But after I speak with him, we must move quickly. Time is running out, and the future of your entire world may depend on what we do in the next few hours. Lisa nodded, still hardly believing what was happening but knowing she had to act. She was about to become part of the most important mission in human history, and she only hoped they could succeed before it was too late. Zara touched the glowing device on her arm, and suddenly Lisa could hear a deep, commanding voice speaking in a language she didn't understand. The alien woman's face became tense as she responded in the same strange language, trying to sound casual, but clearly nervous. Yes, I am still gathering information, Zara said in her own language, though Lisa somehow understood the meaning. The humans in this area are simple. Nothing to worry about. The conversation lasted only a few minutes, but to Lisa it felt like hours. When Zara finally ended the call, her hands were shaking. He is suspicious, Zara whispered. He asked too many questions about what I'm doing. We must hurry. Lisa looked at her broken car, then at the mysterious blue light that had brought Zara to this place. Can your transportation ... take us to my laboratory? Yes, but first I must show you something important, Zara said, holding up the small device she had shown Lisa earlier. You need to understand exactly what we are facing. She pressed something on the device, and suddenly the air above it filled with moving pictures, like a hologram, but clearer than anything Lisa had ever seen. The images showed a beautiful planet with purple skies and silver cities. This is my homeworld, Zara explained sadly, or at least this is how it used to look. The image changed, showing the same planet, but now it looked completely different. The cities were gone, the land was gray and empty, and the sky was dark. This is what it looks like now, Zara continued, her voice breaking. My husband's people did this. They took everything valuable from our world and moved on to find new planets to destroy. Lisa stared at the images in horror. But why? Why would they destroy their own home? Because they believe that taking from others makes them stronger, Zara replied. They think that if they control many worlds, they will never have to worry about running out of resources. But they are wrong. They just keep destroying everything they touch. The hologram changed again, showing what looked like Earth from space. But this version of Earth looked different, darker, with strange structures built all over it. This is what your planet will look like if my husband succeeds, Zara said. He has been planning this for many years, sent me here to study your people, to find your weaknesses, to learn how to control you. Lisa felt sick to her stomach. How many people like you are there? How many aliens are planning to invade Earth? Not many, Zara said quickly. Most of my people are good. They want to explore space and learn about other worlds, not destroy them. But my husband leads a small group that believes in taking whatever they want. They have been hiding their true plans from the rest of our people. Zara touched the device again, and new images appeared. These showed what looked like military plans, with detailed information about Earth's major cities, governments, and defense systems. He has been studying your world for 20 years, Zara explained. He knows about your weapons, your leaders, your technology. He thinks humans are weak because you fight among yourselves instead of working together. Is he right? Lisa asked. Afraid of the answer? In some ways, yes, Zara admitted. But he doesn't understand your greatest strength. He doesn't understand love or friendship or the way humans will sacrifice everything to protect each other. That is why I believe you can stop him. Lisa looked at all the information floating in the air around them. But how? If he has been planning this for 20 years, if he knows all our weaknesses, how can we possibly fight back? Zara smiled for the first time since Lisa had met her. Because he doesn't know that I took this information. And he doesn't know that I am going to give it to you. With this, your people will know exactly what he is planning. They will be ready for him. But won't he find out what you did? Lisa asked. You said he can look into your mind. Zara's smile faded. Yes, he will find out. When he returns and scans my memories, he will see everything. He will know that I betrayed him, and he will know that I warned you. What will happen to you then? I don't know, Zara said quietly, but it doesn't matter. I have seen what his plans will do to your world, and I cannot let that happen.
All your
People deserve to live free, just like mine did before he destroyed our home. Lisa felt tears forming in her eyes. This alien woman was willing to sacrifice everything to save a planet she barely knew. There is something else, Zara continued. The device I am giving you contains more than just information about his plans. It also has the technology to contact other worlds, including the good people on my planet. If you can get this information to your leaders quickly enough, they can call for help from across the galaxy. How much time do we have? Lisa asked. Zara looked up at the darkening sky, said he would return before the sun rises. That gives us maybe 8 hours to get this. Information to your government and military leaders. 8 hours to save your entire world. Lisa took a deep breath. She was just a scientist who studied plants and animals, not a hero who saved planets. But somehow she had become the most important person on Earth. Then we better get started, she said, surprising herself with how brave she sounded. Zara nodded and walked toward the blue light. Come. My ship will take us to your laboratory. But Lisa, I need you to promise me something.
What?
When my husband finds out what I have done, he will be very angry. Might try to hurt me to make you give back the information. Promise me. You won't let him use me to stop you from saving your people. Lisa looked into Zara's large, kind eyes and made a promise that would change everything. I promise, she said. Right. Whatever happens, we will make sure your sacrifice means something. The blue light surrounded Lisa and Zara as they stepped inside what looked like a bubble of energy. Lisa expected to feel something strange, but instead it felt warm and safe, like being wrapped in a gentle blanket. Within seconds, they were flying silently through the night sky. This is incredible, Lisa whispered, watching the desert landscape pass by below them. How does it work? It uses the energy from stars, Zara explained simply. We learned long ago that fighting against nature only brings destruction. It's better to work with the forces that already exist. Lisa's laboratory appeared ahead of them, a small building surrounded by equipment for studying desert plants and animals. As they landed, Lisa realized how quiet everything was. No birds, no insects, nothing. Even the wind had stopped. Something is wrong, Zara said, her voice worried. The natural sounds are gone. He is already affecting your planet's energy field. Inside the laboratory, Lisa turned on every computer she had. Zara placed her device on the main table, and immediately, the room filled with floating images and data that Lisa had never seen before. We need to translate all of this into languages your people can understand, Zara said urgently. And we need to send it to your leaders before my husband returns. Lisa started typing quickly, converting the alien information into reports and files. But there was so much data, and time was running out so fast. Zara, this is going to take hours, Lisa said, panic creeping into her voice. There's information about weapons, about invasion plans, about which cities he plans to attack. First, how can we possibly get all of this ready in time? Zara touched Lisa's shoulder gently. Then we focus on the most important parts first. Tell me about your planet's leaders. Who has the power to organize a defense? Lisa thought quickly. Military leaders, the president, the heads of other countries. But they don't even know aliens exist. How will we convince them this is real? The same way I convinced you, Zara said. With truth and proof they cannot ignore. As they worked together, Lisa learned amazing things about Zara's people. They had been traveling between stars for thousands of years, always trying to learn and explore peacefully. Most of them lived in harmony with nature, never taking more than they needed. Your husband's group is different, though, Lisa said while copying important files. Yes, Zara replied sadly. They believe that being strong means controlling others. They think that fear is better than friendship. But they are wrong. The strongest civilizations are the ones that help each other, not the ones that hurt each other. Suddenly, all the lights in the laboratory flickered. The computers made strange, buzzing sounds, and the air itself seemed to vibrate. He's closer than I thought, Zara said, her face going pale. He's scanning the area, looking for me. We have to work faster. Lisa's hands flew over the keyboard, sending urgent messages to government officials, military leaders, and scientists. Around the world, most of the messages would probably be ignored, but maybe someone would take them seriously. I'm sending the invasion plans to the Pentagon, Lisa said, and the technical information to NASA and the European Space Agency. If even one person believes this, they will believe it, Zara said confidently, because strange things are already happening all over your planet. People are reporting unusual lights in the sky, problems with their electronic devices, changes. In animal behavior, your leaders will connect these things to our warnings. As if to prove her point, Lisa's phone started ringing. It was her colleague, Dr. Chen, from the university. Lisa, where are you? Dr. Chen's voice sounded worried. Something weird is happening. All the radio telescopes are picking up signals from space. The government is asking scientists to report anything unusual. Lisa looked at Zara, who nodded encouragingly. Dr. Chen, this is going to sound crazy, Lisa said, but I'm sending you some files right now. You need to get them to every scientist and government official, We may be facing the biggest threat in human history. What kind of threat? Dr. Chen asked. The kind that comes from space, Lisa replied. We have less than 5 hours to prepare for it. After hanging up, Lisa continued working while Zara shared more information about her husband's weaknesses. He is very confident, maybe too confident, Zara explained. He thinks humans are too divided to work together. He expects your people to panic and fight each other instead of fighting him. Are we? Lisa asked. Too divided, I mean? I don't think so, Zara said with a small smile. I have been watching your people for months. Yes, you have disagreements and conflicts. When something threatens all of you, you come together. You help each other. You sacrifice for strangers. That is something my husband's people never learned to do. The computers beeped, showing that the files had been sent successfully. Lisa had managed to get the most important information to 50 different locations around the world. Now what? Lisa asked. Now we wait and hope, Zara said, and we prepare for what comes next. As they spoke, Lisa's phone rang again. This time it was a number she didn't recognize. Dr. Rodriguez, this is General Martinez from the Defense Department. We received your files 20 minutes ago. We need you to come to Washington immediately. Lisa's heart pounded. You believe the information is real? We're not sure yet, the general replied. But we're getting similar reports from 12 other countries. If this is real, if there really is an alien invasion planned for tonight, then you and your ... source. It's maybe the only reason humanity has a chance to survive, Lisa looked at. Zara, who was listening to every word, will be there, Lisa said. But General, you need to understand something. The person who brought us this information is risking everything to help us. When her husband discovers what she's done, he's going to be very angry. We understand, the general said. We'll do everything we can to protect her. But right now, we need to focus on protecting everyone. As Lisa hung up the phone, she realized that the next few hours would determine the fate of every living thing on Earth. And somehow, she and an alien woman she had met by chance were at the center of it all. 3 hours had passed since Lisa and Zara sent the warning messages to governments around the world. They were now in a secure military facility outside Washington, surrounded by generals, scientists, and intelligence officers who were trying to understand the threat facing humanity. The signals are getting stronger, reported Dr. Kim, the head of the Space Monitoring Division. Our satellites are detecting massive energy readings approaching Earth. Whatever is coming, it's bigger than anything we've ever seen. Lisa sat next to Zara in the briefing room, watching as military experts studied the invasion plans on large screens. The alien information had been translated into detailed maps showing which cities would be attacked first, what weapons would be used, and how the conquest would unfold. According to this data, General Martinez said, pointing to the screen, the attack will begin at exactly sunrise, starting with our major population centers. New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, London, Tokyo, and 12 other cities will be hit. Simultaneously, Zara had been quiet for the past hour, her glowing markings pulsing more rapidly than before. Lisa noticed she kept touching the communication device on her arm, as if expecting something. "He's trying to contact me again," Zara whispered to Lisa. "I can feel his thoughts reaching out, searching for me. He knows something is wrong. Can you avoid answering?" Lisa asked quietly. "Not for much longer," Zara replied, fear evident in her voice. "If I don't respond soon, he will know I am betraying him, and then he will come for me immediately." Suddenly, every electronic device in the room started making strange noises. The lights flickered, computer screens showed static in the air. Itself seemed to vibrate with energy. "What's happening?" General Martinez demanded. Zara stood up, her face pale with terror. "He's here. He's scanning the area looking for me. Everyone needs to get away from me right now." "We're not leaving you," Lisa said firmly, standing beside her alien friend. "You don't understand," Zara said urgently. "When he finds me, when he sees what I have done, his anger will be terrible. He might hurt all of you just to punish me." Before anyone could respond, a blinding flash of light filled the room. When Lisa's vision cleared, a figure stood in the center of the room that made everyone step back in fear. Kale was tall and imposing, with the same basic appearance as Zara, but everything about him felt cold and threatening. His eyes glowed with an angry red light, and the air around him crackled with energy. "So this is where you have been hiding," he said to Zara, his voice carrying a power that made the walls shake. "And these are the primitive creatures you chose to warn instead of your own husband." "They are not primitive," Zara said, trying to sound brave, despite her obvious fear. "They are good people who deserve to live free." Kale laughed, a sound that made everyone in the room feel sick. "Free, they fight wars over water and land, poison their own air and water. They cannot even agree on how to take care of their own planet. How can you call them good?" "Because they can change," Zara replied. "Because they help each other when things get bad. Because they love their children enough to sacrifice everything. For them, that is something you never learned." "Enough," Kale shouted, and the force of his voice knocked several people to the ground. "You have betrayed your own species for these weak creatures. You have stolen information that belongs to me and given it to my enemies." General Martinez stepped forward, his hand on his weapon. "You are not welcome here. Leave now, or we will defend ourselves." Kale turned his glowing red eyes toward the general, and Lisa saw the military man struggle not to collapse under the alien's gaze. "You think your primitive weapons can hurt me?" Kale asked mockingly. "I have studied your technology for 20 years. I know every weakness, every flaw in your defenses." "Maybe," Lisa said, surprised to hear her own voice speaking up. "But you don't know our greatest strength?" Kale looked at her with amusement. "And what would that be, little human?" "We don't give up," Lisa said, feeling braver with each word. "We don't abandon our friends. We don't let bullies hurt innocent people." "You are about to learn what real power looks like," Kale said, raising his hands. Energy began to build around him, making the air shimmer with heat. But before he could attack, alarms started blaring throughout the facility. Dr. Kim was looking at her instruments with amazement. "Sir, we're getting readings from space," she announced. "Multiple ships approaching Earth, but they're not matching the invasion fleet's energy signature." Kale's confident expression faltered. "That's impossible. Ships are still hours away." Zara smiled for the first time since her husband had arrived. "No, those are not your ships. Those are ships from the Galactic Council and from the Resistance. Movement on our homeworld." "What?" Kale spun around to face his wife. "The device I gave to Lisa didn't just contain information about your invasion plans," Zara explained. "It also sent a message across the galaxy, telling everyone exactly where you are and what you have been doing. The Council has been looking for you for years." Kale's face twisted with rage. "Contacted the Council? You told them about my operations?" "I told them about your crimes," Zara said firmly. "About all the worlds you have destroyed, all the innocent people you have hurt. They are coming to stop you, and I will begin the invasion now," Kale snarled. "I will destroy this planet before they can interfere." He raised his hands again, but this time nothing happened. He looked confused and tried again, but still no energy appeared. "Looking for this?" Dr. Kim asked, holding up a strange device that was glowing with the same blue light as Zara's markings.
While you were making speeches, General Martinez explained.
Our people were using the technology your wife gave us to create a disruption field. Your powers don't work here anymore. Kale looked around the room at all the humans who were no longer afraid of him. For the first time, Lisa saw uncertainty in his glowing red eyes. "This is not over," he said threateningly. "Even if you stop me, others will come. Your planet is too valuable to leave alone." "Maybe," Lisa said, walking closer to him. "Oh. But they'll find us ready. And they'll find us working together with good people from across the galaxy who don't believe in taking from others." Through the facility's windows, they could all see lights appearing in the sky. The Galactic Council's ships were arriving, just as Zara had promised. "Your time is over," Zara said to her husband. "The galaxy is tired of your violence and greed." Kale looked at his wife with a mixture of anger and something that might have been sadness. "You have chosen them over your own people." "No," Zara replied. "I have chosen what is right over what is easy. That is what good people do." The lights in the sky grew brighter as more ships arrived. Lisa could see them through the facility's windows. Dozens of vessels that looked nothing like the aggressive warships Kale had been planning to bring. These ships were elegant and peaceful, clearly built for exploration and diplomacy rather than conquest. "The Galactic Council fleet has arrived," announced Dr. Kim, monitoring the communications equipment. "They're requesting permission to land and take custody of the criminal." Stood in the center of the room, his powers neutralized by the technology Zara had shared with the humans. For the first time since his arrival, he looked uncertain and afraid. "You have no idea what you have done," he said to Zara, his voice no longer filled with commanding power. "The Council will punish both of us. I do not forgive betrayal, even when it is done for good reasons." "I know," Zara replied quietly, "but some things are more important than personal safety." A new voice filled the room, speaking in the same melodic language that Zara used. The words came from the communication system, translated immediately into English by the alien technology.
"Ah!
This is Commander Thane of the Galactic Council. We are here to arrest Kale and his associates for crimes against multiple worlds. We also wish to thank the human who helped expose these crimes." General Martinez stepped forward. "Commander, we are honored by your arrival. The human who helped us is Dr. Lisa Rodriguez, and she worked with Kale's wife, Zara, who provided the evidence we needed." "Zara showed great courage," Commander Thane replied. "She will be welcomed as a hero by the Council and by the free people of many worlds." But Zara was shaking her head. "There is something else I must do first," she said. "Something that will ensure Earth's safety forever." She walked to the center of the room and pulled out another device, one that Lisa had never seen before. It was smaller than the others, but it glowed with an intense light that seemed to come from within Zara herself. "This is a unity beacon," Zara explained. "It will connect Earth to the Galactic Council's communication network permanently. Your people will be able to contact other worlds, share knowledge, and call for help if you ever need it. But using it will cost you greatly," came Commander Thane's voice over the communication system. "Are you certain you want to do this?" "What does he mean?" Lisa asked, feeling worried. Zara smiled sadly. "The Unity Beacon requires a life force to power it. Someone must give their own energy to create the connection. It is the only way to make sure the link between Earth and the Council can never be broken." "No," Lisa said immediately. "There has to be another way." "There is no other way," Zara replied. "And this is what I choose to do. My husband's people have been watching Earth for years. Even with him captured, others might come. But if Earth is officially connected to the Council, if you are recognized as a protected world, then no one will dare attack you." Kale looked at his wife with something that might have been respect. "You would die for these strangers." "They are not strangers," Zara said firmly. "They are friends, and friends protect each other." She activated the Unity Beacon, and immediately, the room filled with golden light. Lisa could feel the energy flowing from Zara into the device, and she could see her alien friend becoming weaker with each passing moment. "Wait," Lisa said desperately. "What if we shared the energy? What if other people helped power the beacon?" "That is not possible," Zara said, her voice growing faint. "Only someone from my species can, ... Actually," Commander Thane interrupted, There is a way. If humans are willing to link their thoughts and energy with Zara's, the burden can be shared. It has never been tried before, but it might work. How? Lisa asked immediately. Everyone in the room must join hands and focus on the same thought, Commander Thane explained. You must think about connection, about friendship, about your desire to help each other. The combined energy of human emotion and Zara's alien power might be enough to activate the beacon without anyone dying. Lisa didn't hesitate. She grabbed. Zara's hand had reached out to General Martinez. Everyone quickly. We need to form a circle. The military officers, scientists, and technicians in the room all joined hands, creating a circle around the Unity beacon. Lisa had never felt anything like what happened next. She could feel the thoughts and emotions of everyone around her. The general's determination to protect his country, Dr. Kim's excitement about making contact with other worlds, the fear and hope of everyone in the room. And strongest of all, she could feel Zara's love for both her own people and for the humans she had come to care about. The golden light grew brighter, and suddenly Lisa could hear voices from across the galaxy. People from dozens of different worlds were welcoming Earth to the galactic community, offering friendship and help. It's working, Zara whispered, tears of joy streaming down her face. The connection is holding. The Unity beacon pulsed once, more, then settled into a steady, gentle glow. Zara was still weak, but she was alive. The combined energy of all the humans in the room had been enough to power the device without requiring her to sacrifice her life. Earth is now officially a member of the Galactic Council, Commander Thane announced. You will have all the protection and support that membership provides. Kale looked around the room at all the humans who had worked together to save both Earth and his wife. Perhaps, he said quietly. I underestimated your species. We all make mistakes, Lisa replied. Right. The important thing is learning from them. 2 hours later, Kale was taken aboard the council ships to face justice for his crimes. But before he left, he spoke privately with Zara one last time. I still don't understand why you chose them over our own people, he said. Them over our people, Zara replied. I chose what was right over what was wrong. Now our people will be proud of what we accomplished here. In the weeks that followed, Earth began its new relationship with the galactic community. Scientists shared knowledge with researchers from other worlds. Doctors learned about medicines that could cure diseases that had plagued humanity for centuries. Engineers discovered new technologies that could provide clean energy and help heal the planet's environment. Lisa was appointed as Earth's first ambassador to the Galactic Council, working closely with Zara to build bridges between species. The laboratory where they had first worked together was turned into a center for interplanetary cooperation. Oh, do you ever regret what you did? Lisa asked Zara one day, as they watched ships from a dozen different worlds landing at the new diplomatic center. Never, Zara replied. I learned something important from humans. I learned that the greatest strength comes not from taking from others, but from giving to them. And I learned that the best way to honor your own people is to help them become the best version of themselves. Looking up at the stars, Lisa realized that Earth's greatest adventure was just beginning. Thanks to one alien woman's courage and the willingness of humans to work together, the planet was no longer alone in the universe. It was part of a vast community of worlds, all committed to helping each other grow and thrive. The threat was over, but the friendship between Earth and the stars would last forever.